I didn't have enough time to watch Season 3 of Squid Game on Netflix all in one go, due to my busy life. But yesterday, I managed to watch the last 2 episodes. The third and final season of the hit Korean drama Squid Game is available on Netflix. All 6 episodes of the third season were released on the streaming service on June 27th, with the events picking up immediately after the cliffhanger that brought Season 2 to a close last December. Gi-hun, aka Player 456, remains the central figure in the new episodes, finding himself drawn back into the games, but now deeply disillusioned and traumatized. The 6 episodes that end this series feel very much like a continuation of the 7 episodes that aired earlier this year as Season 2, covering the same characters, still in the middle of the same deadly tournament. Nothing significantly new is introduced here in Squid Game 3, apart from the games. The show's writer and director Hwang Dong-hyuk just connects the last few dots. It's no wonder Season 3 feels so dispiritingly rote and bit less exciting than before. Despite the show's runaway success, it quickly became Netflix's most watched title of all time on its original release in 2021. It has been confirmed that this will be the final regular season of the show. In Season 1, Gi-hun survived a secret competition on a mysterious island, where the losers are killed and the ultimate winner takes home a fortune at the expense of obscenely wealthy VIPs. Shaken by the experience, Gi-hun in Season 2 tried to find and expose the tournament's backers before deciding the only way to destroy the operation would be from the inside, by competing again. Season 2 ended with a massive miscalculation by Gi-hun, as he attempted to lead some other players in an armed revolt against the game's guards and bosses, unaware that one of his supposed allies, Hwang In-ho, was actually the operations manager, the front man, playing incognito in order to keep a close eye on him. At the same time, In-ho's brother Hwang Jun-ho, a former police detective working with Gi-hun to end the games for good, kept searching for the island, unaware that the captain of the boat he chartered was in league with the front man and steering him far away from his target. One of the most rewarding elements of Season 2 were the conversations between In-ho, a misanthropic cynic pretending to be a compassionate human being, and Gi-hun, a fierce idealist determined to prove to the game's masters that people are not inherently greedy, selfish, and short-sighted. With In-ho out of the game and Gi-hun deflated, Season 3 loses some juice right from the start. Season 3 also suffers from the nature of the games themselves. There are 3 games left in this tournament when the season begins, and by the end of the first 2, nearly every likable player besides Gi-hun has been eliminated, often in moments of sick irony or tragic despair. That said, the contests do remain the main attraction in Squid Games, with Hwang and his crew devoting much of their energy and budget to concocting scenarios that are visually stunning and darkly fascinating. The season premiere introduces the tournament's 4th game, which mostly plays out in Episode 2. After a random draw, the players are divided into 2 teams for a game of hide-and-seek inside an elaborate maze splattered with neon paint. The red team, equipped with knives, are the hunters, and are required to kill at least one member of the blue team before time runs out. The blue team, equipped with keys, can open doors that could lead to new hiding places or to a safe exit. The deeply indebted gambler, player 007, is on the red team, while his aged mother, player 149, is blue. The pregnant player 222 is initially red, while player 333, the father of her child, is blue, but he convinces her to switch sides with him, promising to help her survive. Gi-hun, who has been trying his hardest to save all these people, is on the red team, where he will be required to kill. A slew of complications ensue, especially after player 222 goes into labor. By the end of the game, player 149 has been forced to stab her own son to prevent him from killing player 222. But the episode's most upsetting moment comes when player 333 kills the heroic contestant, player 120, who had found one of the exits but returned to help her friends escape. These kinds of deaths are inevitable in Squid Game, but player 120's elimination does mark the beginning of an especially depressing run of losses. The misery continues with the next vote, in which player 149 begs the other 24 players remaining to elect to end the tournament. When an overwhelming majority votes to keep playing, she commits suicide by hanging. Then, in the next game, in which the contestants have to cross a narrow bridge high in the air, while enormous mechanical dolls swing a giant jump rope across the pathway, Gi-hun plays the hero and carries player 222's baby across safely, but is unable to return to rescue the hobbled 222, who flings herself off the platform. A more fruitful storyline follows Kang No-yul, a North Korean defector who joined the games in Season 2 as one of the pink-clad guards, then worked independently to sabotage the other guards' side business, harvesting organs from dying players, while also trying to protect contestant 246, whose family she befriended in the outside world. Still, while it's fun to watch No Waiwell sneak around the backstage areas of the island, bringing her own brand of violent justice, these scenes also tend to interrupt the flow of the main story. The VIPs do create the conditions that make the final game more exciting, though, when they decide that player 222's newborn daughter should inherit her mother's number and her share of any winnings. Since the rules of the final game allow the remaining survivors to split the pot, provided they pick at least 3 competitors to kill, the choice the players face becomes slippery. It should be easy to unalive a baby, right? Even if Gi-hun fiercely protects that child, well, that's 2 players who should be easy to beat, right? In the last game, there's only 9 remaining players, baby included. They play Squid Game, with 3 zones placed atop perilously tall pillars. In each area, the contestants must choose 1 or more players to push to their deaths before moving to the next pillar. Anyone remaining at the end, after killing at least 1 person in the 3rd zone, of course, will share in the multi-million-dollar jackpot. It's not hard to predict how this all will shake out. Once a core alliance of 6 realizes that they can't kill Gi-hun and baby 222 at the same time, because if they do, one of the 6 will have to die in a later zone, they postpone any decision about those 2, and instead shove off the only other remaining player. But then in the 2nd zone, player 333 suddenly admits he's the baby's father, switching from the alliance of 6 to Gi-hun's side, joining him in helping to kill their competition. The problem? They killed too many, leaving just the 3 of them, Gi-hun, player 333, and baby 222, for the final zone. One of them will have to go. To begin with, player 333 flips again, planning to kill Gi-hun first and then his own child to become the sole survivor. Gi-hun is able to maneuver player 333 off the platform and to his death. But unfortunately he does this before pushing the timer to begin the round, meaning that according to the rules, either he or the baby still has to die. So he sacrifices himself, falling off the platform in ponderous, elegiac slow motion. The gesture seems to melt the frontman's heart. With the detectives nearly at the island on which the games are being held, the frontman rescues the baby and activates a self-destruct button that destroys all evidence of the games. We later see the frontman in the US, and he sees a recruiter playing the slap game with a potential new player. The recruiter is revealed to be played by Cate Blanchett, suggesting that the long-rumored David Fincher-directed US version of Squid Game may now be a reality. So what do you think about Season 3 of Squid Game? Was it kinda depressing to watch? Did you enjoy watching hundreds of people die every season? Do you think the series kind of lost its appeal? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.